systems, where we started to use computers, or more of the data captured was in databases. And moving forward, now we are having a lot of applications which are impacting the way we run clinical trials, in terms of either using EDC, or we are talking in new terms in terms of DCT, or decentralized clinical trials, where we put the patients on the focus. That is, the trials are designed so that clinical trial come to the patients where they are. Patients no need to come to the clinics or the hospitals, but they will be tagged with smart devices, so they can be there at their home wearing a smartwatch, or sensors on their chest, or their waist, or they're on their legs, or they're on their shoulders, or they're on their head, and they will be able to contribute data for the clinical trials. And there we need to understand, we have a lot of use cases for artificial intelligence. Simply the reason, because the amount of data we are collecting, not only the amount of data we are collecting, but also the different sources of data we are collecting. We need to have databases which can sustain and be designed in a way that we can understand these data, and we can process these data, clean this data, and provide these data to the statisticians, so that we can run our clinical trials and move from phase 1, 2, 3 from the clinical trial phase to the marketing phase. So there is a huge impact for clinical data managers. One thing I mentioned, in terms of clinical research associates. Okay, long time when we had paper trials, when a CRA used to go to the site to do source data verification, it used to take weeks together. They had to plan more time at the site to verify what the data was being captured on the source documents is matching with what was the actual thing happened in the trial. But today, when we talk about EDC, when we talk about risk-based monitoring, the time has shrunk, because lot of companies are investing risk-based monitoring. That means the CRAs do verify data, but they verify data which is very, very critical for the study, and which impacts the endpoints as defined in the protocol. So we are seeing that as technology advances, there is a shrinkage, or efficiency is being built into all of these roles, these applications, so that for the sponsor, or the pharma company, or the biotech company, they have to spend less time and resources to address the needs of the data, so that they can achieve the clean data. So that's again an impact, and artificial intelligence is playing a role here again. Artificial intelligence has a role whereby today the FDA, or many different regulators from different countries, they are stressing that when you are running even a phase 1 oncology trial, you need to represent the population which is diverse and inclusive. Okay, that has again a very straightforward impact on the AI applications used in healthcare as well, because the regulators also talk about what is called as diversity or inclusivity of the data that are used in artificial intelligence for training these models that will be applied in clinical research. So there are two things you have to understand. Clinical research as such has to involve data which is diverse and inclusive. So when I say D and I, diversity and inclusivity, it means that the patients you are selecting to run your trial should include a vast majority of the population. So it could be Asia Pacific, it could be Caucasian population, it could be a different race. So FDA says, or regulatory authority says, you can't make a decision or arrive at a conclusion how your drug is doing just by taking population from India, or just taking population from North America, or just by taking population in the Europe. Your population, based on which trial you're working, it should be a diverse population, so that it has the statistical power. What you get at the end of your trials represents a diverse group, because we all know that there are certain ethnicities which have a higher risk of getting a particular disease based on their ethnicity. Okay, there are a lot of cancers, there are a lot of if I say Caucasian population, there are a lot of Caucasian or white population who have a high risk of getting skin cancer than